First of all, you don't know me.
We're all about that high school drama, girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, drama girl, cheering for the right team. Drama queens, smart girl, rough girl, fashion but you're tough girl. You could sit with us, girl. Drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens. Welcome back. It's Q&A time with your drama queen.
We're here. Hi. Love it. We've got good questions this week, ladies.
Oh, this is a fun one.
Yeah. Get into it, Joy.
Who's your favorite actor from old Hollywood? Mm-hmm. And why? And you have to do it in your continental accent.
Oh, jeez. We all have watched a lot of old cinema. I mean, especially during the One Tree Hill years. I feel like getting a box set of old movies from, what was it, Best Buy? We'd run into each other at the Best Buy buying DVD box sets.
Remember that pink, it was like a satin pink Doris Day Rock Hudson set?
Girl pillow talk. Yes, please.
Pillow talk.
Mm-hmm. I had a Vivian Lee box set that was all movies I'd never heard of before. Like Waterloo Bridge was new to me. And, you know, obviously I knew her from Gone with the Wind, but I was like, there's something more to this woman than just this one movie. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, you know, she's not Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. That's Liz Taylor, Hilarie. No, Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh, yeah.
She was one of Tennessee Williams' girls. It was like Liz Taylor and Vivian Lee were my two favorite because the Tennessee Williams box set is bananas. If you want to watch a collection of old movies that stand up, that's the one.
Hang on. Did Vivian Lee, who was in Gone with the Wind?
This Vivian Lee.
And she was also Blanche?
Yes. In a blonde wig.
Whoa. I missed it. I totally missed that. My whole life missed it.
Because she's so good. Because you don't put two and two together.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, she had this like crazy tumultuous marriage to Laurence Olivier, and then they broke up. But there was always still she always still had his picture next to her bed, and he was still kind of in love with her, but she became an alcoholic, and she died very young, and it was all very tragic. Very talented woman.
Yeah. I'm a Rita Hayworth girl. I just love her.
Yeah.
Gilda? Yes. Yeah, I always loved Rita Hayworth.
I just watched Gilda on a Plane, Joy. That's so weird.
Did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
So good. And Jimmy Stewart, man, just like, can you beat Jimmy Stewart? God.
Who is our modern day Jimmy Stewart?
I think Tyler could be if he had been given a real shot at acting. Like if somebody had really just made him a movie star.
Making him a movie star.
Making him a movie star.
Tom Hanks has that incredible, can do anything, like warm person you just feel safe with energy for me.
Yeah, good call.
He reminds me of a Jimmy Stewart. I was always just so in love with Katharine Hepburn.
You love a woman in
wear her
pants.
suits. I love a woman in a pantsuit.
Yeah.
I just thought she was so cool and ballsy, and I don't know, she did all these things that so many women in old black and white movies I didn't get to see do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I found her really inspiring. And I think what got me into old movies was all the, you know, when we were babies doing all our first auditions, all these people would be like, "You sound like Lauren Bacall, kid." And I was like, who is that?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. So I started watching old movies to hear this, you know, cool lady with a raspy voice.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I like her. That feels nice. Oh,
That's
okay.
right. And Lucy had that raspy voice too.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. God, so funny.
Old movies.
Yeah.
Funny old dames.
Oh, yes.
All right, so we have to have a movie night.
But that's also why we loved doing that episode Chad wrote. That was so like totally random. Our, what was it, 1930s, 1940s episode? It allowed us to like play pretend and be these women for a hot minute.
And James could be his best Gregory Peck, who his dad looks exactly like, by the way. Remember James's dad? He looks just like Gregory Peck, and so does James.
He truly does.
I know, it's wild.
Wow. Ernesto asks, the time jump between seasons 4 and 5 left a lot of college years unaccounted for. If that time period could be shown in full, who is a new character from your own story that you would like to be introduced. Does that mean who is someone that we went to college with, who we would have wanted to see in the college years on the show?
No, I think he just means like we all were in 3 different places. Like Haley absolutely went to college, right? We weren't there. Brooke absolutely went to New York. We weren't there.
Yeah.
Peyton's in LA. So for our characters, who is the person that we should have dragged back to Tree Hill?
Yeah.
Well, I can answer that because I pitched it when we were going to bring in somebody to work on Clothes Over Bros with Brooke. I pitched our local hometown friend Alex.
Oh, BGA!
Alex and I loved fashion. Yeah. The chicest, most beautiful, nearly 7 foot tall, like stunningly gorgeous Black gay man who had the best fashion sense in the world. And I, from growing up in the world of seeing fashion people, not being like in their world, because, my dad was a photographer. Like,
yeah, he did.
We were helped. We weren't like the ones. But I loved that fashion was such a place of expression for so many people, for women and for queer people. And it was such a safe haven, for artists and folks who weren't necessarily elevated to positions of power in other industries. And I really wanted to have Brooke have a partner that reminded me of so many of the amazing men I knew in fashion. But shocker, the bosses on our show wanted Brooke's partner to bang Brooke's mom. So they hired a hot, straight, white Australian guy instead. And I was like, I feel that we're really missing the mark here.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in charge. I pitched it and I lost.
You did your best.
We had a hot, white, straight Australian guy on the show?
Yeah.
Who?
Mitch.
Mitch
Who
who?
had an affair with Daphne. I mean, not in real life. Oh my God. Alex.
Oh, right. He had sort of like long hair.
This is after I left.
Wasn't his name Alex? I don't know. Yeah, Hilarie, you weren't there, but
I'm learning things in this.
curly blonde hair. Yeah. Yeah. Brooke caught her mom having sex. It was awkward because that was all.
Man, I am not remembering this.
Yeah. But I really wanted her to have like a cool, queer male fashion partner.
That would have made sense.
Totally.
I know. It would have been so awesome. Who would you have brought back from LA or?
Listen, I just found a picture of Alex at the very last rap party I went to, like picking me up and swinging me around on the dance floor.
yeah.
Like the best person to dance with. He was so wonderful.
Do you remember the Halloween where he went as that god from 300 and he was painted gold head to toe? Oh my God, he walked into the Halloween party and I was just like, oh, things are happening to every person in this room, regardless of who they're standardly attracted to. Everyone in this room is like falling to their
universally
knees.
attractive person.
Yeah.
Here's what's weird is that Payton didn't bring around like any indie rock bands, like no dive bar acts. She absolutely was not friends with musicians. She would like hang out in passing with certain people like Mia, but really like she was much younger than us. When I was working at MTV and then when I had a radio show the summer after our first season, like all I did was let people sleep on my couch and buy their beer. I mean, that band, the local band, He Is Legend, when we were in Wilmington, like lived in my house. I bought all their beers for years. So I feel like there must have been indie bands that Payton could have advocated for that we just never got to see, which sucks. That would have been fun. Wah, wah.
Who was Haley friends with in college?
Well, you stole mine. I was going to say, where's Haley's gay best friend? Like, why didn't we get that? That would have been so fun from college. But the other thing I was thinking of is why does Haley... I guess she was pregnant. She just had a baby. So, and she doesn't have her mom is around, kind of. I mean, her parents were like, didn't they get a trailer and they took off?
Yeah.
And her siblings aren't really around. So did she hibernate? Was she like just going to school and taking care of this baby and not, did she have, I guess she maybe.
I mean, that's 2 full-time jobs.
I know. So I don't know that she would have been super social, but I feel like Haley was always pretty good at kind of spotting the odd man out and making friends. And so yeah, it would have been nice to see maybe just the recluse kind of friend that maybe wouldn't be somebody that the first person you think of as like a vivacious personality on a TV show, but who would maybe just helped her raise the baby. It was like the kind of person that is like, I don't know, true blue, kind of nerdy, focused on her studies, and just showed up and helped her with midnight feeding sometimes. And you have an idea.
You know what would have been so cool that I'm
What?
realizing as you say this? Because Haley was such a young mom in college. How funny if she met another college kid who was looking for a part-time job and was like, do you want to be my nanny?
Oh, great.
And you had these two girls,
Great.
but like, you know, one kid who's studying whatever she's studying and another kid who's the mom, and they're friends, but they're like, what an interesting dynamic that would be for you to essentially have your babysitter be like your exact peer.
Yeah.
You guys are doing like biochemistry together.
Yes. Or some creative like artist girl who was, like super punky and just wanted to come help and hang out and was like, took this part-time job because Haley needed a little like shake it loose in her life, I think. That would have been fun.
I would have liked
Yeah,
that.
you needed to have a peer, a roommate. You'd been too adult. Way too adult.
Yeah.
Those were the years. Well, what's our next question? Jesse says, is there any correlation between the song titles being the episode titles, or do they just pick them because it sounded like a good idea? I mean,
That's funny.
babe.
I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't talk to those people. I certainly did.
Who knows?
Maybe. Were they titles from songs in the episode? I don't think
I
so.
actually don't know.
I don't think so. I think they were just titles of songs. Maybe the songs were used, I don't know, were there like inspiration playlists? We didn't write the show. I don't know.
I think they probably sat around in the writer's room and everybody scrolled through their list on their computer of their iPod mix and figured out like, oh, this song kind of goes with the. I assume they made an attempt to match the theme.
Well, because here's the thing. Remember like the music climate at that time in the early 2000s where everything was about like, don't sell out, man. And, oh, you don't know that band? What kind of poser are you? You know, everything was so judgy in the music scene. And so there was kind of this cool factor to like, oh, you don't even know about that song. And so I think there was kind of a juvenile aspect of like, I'm putting together the ultimate mixtape that I know about. And if you were cool, you'd know it too. Which is why half the time I'm like, I don't know what this song is. I don't care. I'm not cool. Never have been.
So funny.
Yeah, that was the music scene then was totally different than I think it is now. Now it's like, let's be fun. Back then it was really toxic.
But back then there were also gatekeepers.
Yeah.
Like, there was no Spotify Discover Weekly where the coolest song of the week was available to everyone. Like you had to know music to know what albums were coming out, you know, every week. And yeah, there really was kind of like an inside
MySpace
moment.
was our gatekeeper.
MySpace. You didn't have MySpace?
No, you guys, I thought it was creepy.
Girl, how are you supposed to stalk your boyfriends from high school if you don't have MySpace?
I don't care about them.
I do.
Bree has a great question, Joy.
Okay.
Tell the listeners at home what it is.
How did you each decorate your dressing room to make it feel more like you? Or like Brooke, or like Peyton, or Haley? That's a fun question. We haven't been asked that before.
I'm trying to think if I did anything.
So, I mean, Sophia and I both did a lot of decorating in our trailer. Like, I remember coming with a car full.
When we went to go visit Sophia in Toronto, we walked into her trailer and it was like going to grandma's house because there's like blankets and pillows and crafts and plants.
Yeah, plants.
Yeah. I really do have such like seasonal affective depression that when I have to shoot somewhere in the winter, I order a lot of plants for my trailer. I'm like, I need to have some green things. Trailers are also always like that weird fake bad marble looking, like faded tie-dye wallpaper that's brown.
Yes.
Like it's just shades of brown. It looks like a toddler threw up everywhere. And so I have to cover everything. I'm like, I got to bring comfortable blankets in, and I'll bring pillows in, and I'll bring plants in. And, I always get some sort of like desk organizer thing. And I try to make it feel more like a room I would like to be in than a barf square.
Yeah. Because we're in it so often. There's so much hurry up and wait, and especially on those basketball days and on a show when you've got this many cast members. Sometimes you get called in 4 or 5 hours before they need you, and you're just sitting around in your trailer. You want it to feel like another living room. So you just, I like to switch it up. Candles. I like to change the furniture in my house a lot all the time. So I definitely every season would redecorate with a different like kind of style or theme.
I keep a trailer kit now too that has like
what?
An electric kettle that, I'll obviously wash when I get somewhere. I have all the things I know I need in like these 2 big plastic storage bins, and I'll just ship them wherever I'm going to work. Because I also don't want to, I hate like getting stuff for a project and then, having to get rid of it. It feels wasteful.
I feel like you need to write a life hacks book.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you always have these, all these crazy tips.
Oh yeah. Like I've got the best travel humidifier now. I figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should be the person who leaves Amazon reviews, but I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll write a book instead.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know, Refinery 29 or like Birdie, get her on staff.
Some
Glamour.
kind of list.
Somebody get her on the
Let's
list.
go.
Okay, Hilarie, trailer, go.
I'm sitting here trying to rack my brain while you guys talk about it, because I remember your trailers were really appealing. I think mine has always been just really Spartan. Like I would bring in maybe a pillow.
Good word.
Because I would sleep during lunch, so I wouldn't have to talk to anybody. I don't think I brought anything in. And yeah, I'm just trying to rack my brain. Unless you guys remember something, but I don't think I've ever decorated a trailer because I also had been on headset. Like my boyfriend would come into my trailer during lunch and I could hear everything. And I knew that like everyone went through everyone else's trailers and like would poop in each other's bathrooms and stuff. And I was just never going to bring anything in because I was like, I don't trust this situation. This is bad. This is bad. I don't want anybody rifling through my desk drawers. I'm good. Yeah, I just bring my little pillow and maybe like my iPod. But I travel light. I'm a light traveler.
I do that. The older I've gotten, the more I do that. The less I want to like lug around and dress things
I'm
up.
like, I'll just find some shit here. I'll just go into Sophia's half of the trailer. I'll steal some shit from her.
I'm like, what do you need? I have 4.
Yeah, I need some oxygen. Where's Sophia?
I'm like strictly an over-preparer. I just spent the weekend in Colorado. Grant and I did with some of our best friends, and we were going to this event that was outdoors at night. And when I checked the weather 2 weeks ago, it was going to be 22 degrees.
No.
It wound up being in the 40s, so we were fine. But I packed my Arctic snowsuits for me and Kelly because I was like, I will not. We shan't be cold. I won't be outside for 5 hours in 22-degree weather. Like, we're not doing it. And then it wound up being warm and it was great. And she was like, you are the ultimate prepper. Like those disaster people in The Last of Us, episode 3, like that is you. And I was like, honestly, such a compliment. I'm ready. I'm just ready.
You don't need a mom purse. You have a friend suitcase. That's the equivalent.
That's right.
I love it.
Friends, we want to see all your Pinterest board imaginary trailer decorations.
Oh,
so
cute.
go in there and dress up a trailer and send it to us. That'll be fun to see.
I want the goth one. I need someone to design me just like Elvira's trailer. And that's what I'll do next time I actually like do an acting job. Just
I like that plan.
Just crystals and darkness.
I'll send you a life-size cardboard cutout of Elvira.
Babe, I had one my whole life.
Of course you did.
It was like in my bedroom growing up.
I had Amy Grant.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
It's all solved
and I had
now.
like embarrassing National Geographic posters of endangered animals on my wall.
All this tracks,
Such
friends.
a dork.
All of it tracks. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for these questions. Send more.
Thanks, friends.
We got you.
Hey, thanks for listening.
Don't forget to leave us a review. You can also follow us on Instagram at DramaQueensOTH.
Or email us at dramaqueens@iheartradio.com. See you next time.
We're all about that high school drama girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, cheering for the right team.